Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Eric Andy, and today I will be taking you through how I tape and also how I draw my pattern on my shoe, on the shoe last. So this is the measurement tape. I hold the tape from 15 cm downwards, and wherever it ends, that's my size. And this shoe is a size 44 shoe. So you measure from 15, that's in between 14 and 15. So at the top of 15, that's the ending of 14 downwards. That's what you use. And I use my tape also, as you can see here. I use paper tape, and the first thing I do is to create a dividing line with paper tape. I create a dividing line, which you can see here, and make sure they're using a very quality paper tape. There are a lot of paper tape that fall out, so make sure that you go for a quality tape, paper tape. Then we start taping. You start taping from the toe, and I'm gonna tape halfway. I'm not taping the last full, so you make sure you tape halfway. Yes, so just gently we're gonna be taping together. Just don't worry, there's no cause for alarm. So we start taping all together, and you're taping halfway. Like I said, make sure that the tape gets underneath a little, so that you can have something to cut out when we are cutting out. You know, those ones that go underneath the last is what hold up the tape. All right, so it's very important. So look at the way I'm taping it on one another. I'm making sure that they lay on each other, so you understand how to tape your last. This is the exact way to tape your last. So make sure that you are not trying to manage your paper tape, and so because of that, you're not allowed to lay on each other very well. Let them lay on each other very well, that there'll be no space. It's very important that you do that. So this is how we're gonna tape this all through till we get to the contour. That's the cutter area. So it's very important that we tape them one after the other, and just make sure that you're not in a hurry. You're very patient about it. Taping can take a little bit of few minutes, but it's very something. If you understand the process, it's very fast. Not something that you say you're spending all the whole day there. You can see the way I'm laying, and I'm leaving some underneath. So it's very important that we do that. You're just putting a little bit underneath, and we're laying it carefully, precept upon precept. Is very important. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to lay them perfectly well. And once I finish laying them, that's when I can start drawing my pattern. If you understand how pattern is being made, definitely shoemaking will not be a problem for you. Pattern drafting is one of the most important aspects of shoemaking. There are a lot of shoemakers that they know how to make shoes, but they don't know how to draw patterns, and that affects them a lot, because most times they go borrow patterns, and even when there's an error on that pattern, they don't know, because they don't even know how to make patterns. So I always encourage people to learn how to make patterns. So guys, we got to this side. Because of the space in between that last, I'm gonna turn. You can see the way I turned it for the taping. Now because of the space in between the last there, so I turn the taping to the side, and I continue taping. We'll be lifting everything up together, so there's no cause for alarm. So it's very important that you keep laying them on each other gently, not to kiss each other, but make sure that they are laying on each other. So when you're bringing out the paper in full, or the tape in full, it will not fall out. Those are part of the things that we do in order for us to get an accurate pattern. So you can see that I'm really taping it well. I'm making sure that I tape it very well. All right, so I think that is that about this, and I'm still gonna tape the midpoint. I'm also gonna tape it, but let me just add extra here so as to cover up for those places that have not covered. So we're gonna make sure you tape the back. I see the way I'm taping the back. I put a straight one at the back to cover all those areas. I'm gonna put another one at the front also. I'm gonna put another one at the front at the midpoint. So I laid one underneath, and I'm gonna lay one above. It's gonna make the pattern itself a bit firm, so that they won't be falling out. That's what I discovered there. All right, so now that we have taped the last, you can see I'm just trying to check out everything. There's a pattern that I'm doing. I'm making a debit shoe. So just a very simple shoe as regarding this. That's the pattern I'm drawing. So let's just see how this shoe turns out. It's going to be, make sure you draw a line at the middle. The middle, that's the dividing line. That's what we drew at the middle. That's the first thing. We separate the last into two. Since we are not lasting it in, we did not tape it in full. So we separate the last into two to have the side where we'll be drawing all our patterns. And when we draw on our patterns, we're done with the pattern, then we can then start splitting them. But in this video, I'm showing you how to draw your pattern. Make sure that your pencil is very sharp on it, which this is what I'm just doing here, and making sure that everything is intact. So you're gonna take a measurement of between, depending on the size you make, you can make the measurement for the toe cap between 3 inches or 3.5, depending on the measurement. 3 inches or 3.5. That's why I always tell people, when you're making your shoe, make sure you have the prototype of the shoe beside you, unless it's a shoe that you are creating yourself. And if you are creating yourself, at least try and sketch it on a little board or paper, whereby you'll be seeing the exact thing you want. So drawing out my pattern, so it's very simple to draw out your pattern. The measurement for the back depends on you. Most time I use 2.7 for the height. For the back, I use 2.7 most times, depending on the size. If it's bigger size, I use 0.8, 3.9, depending on the size, which is very important that we understand. So drawing out the pattern, what is helping me to draw this pattern, because I have the picture of the pattern somewhere, so I'm sketching the exact way I saw it, but it's still being measured. I see some measurements that are there. All right, guys, so can you see? You can see we're already making sense. I told you that taping is not something that is difficult if you understand taping, which we just did, and I'm sure you got that. So we start drawing the collar of the shoe. This is the collar of the shoe. The collar of the shoe. We're going to measure that. Measure 0.4 to separate your tongue from the tip of the last. Measure 0.4 to separate the tongue from the tip of the last. It's very important. Then measure another 0.4 to bring it a little bit down, so the tongue will not go up too much. So that's just it. I always make sure that my pencils are very sharp. I'm always making sure of that, so the sketching can be very visible. All right, so I'm sketching what I see on the phone beside me there. So this is it, guys. Hey, so sketching it well. All right, look at the shape. Now this is the wings. The wings of this shoe, wings go straight to the back. So it's not like the Oxford shoe or the Brooks shoe that we make. This wings is a bit different. So I'm making sure I separate the cutter from the tongue. So I'm bringing out all the sides that I need to bring out. So you can see there, bringing out the collar. The collar has to be curved. It's very important that you allow the collar to be curved. So we're going to curve the collar very well as I'm erasing it, because the collar need that deep edge that goes around your ankle. It's very important that you curve it out, or you carve it out. It's very important that. So this is the cutter side that I'm already sketching out. So sometimes I just do a freehand sketch, while sometimes I do my exact measurements. But the good thing is that whatever you have on the pattern is what you're going to have on the last. That's why we always need to pay attention to the drafting of your patterns. All right, so bringing this out, look at this. I use 0.5 to separate the stitches. That's for the stitches that are going to hold it. And the back, we're going to be measuring like 2.7, like I said, or 2.8, depending on the size. It's a bigger size, I'm making 2.8, 2.9, depending on how the size is. So just make sure that I'm sketching the areas that I needed to sketch. It's very important that I do that. Okay, so bringing out all those designs is just a freehand sketching. You can use your freehand sketching to bring out the designs that are there. So make sure that you check the main video or the main picture that you're using make sure you check it over and over again to see that everything is accurate and they are all in line. And that's most time that's what I do. I try to check it and see if there's any error I can also erase. That's the reason why we use pens. So when you're drawing your patterns, please do not use biro or pen. As biro call it my local language. You don't use your pen to sketch. Use your pencil to sketch first of all. That's what will help you, so that when you make mistakes, you'll be able to clean them. But when you use a pen, you'll not be able to clean. Look at how I'm cleaning this now. You can see that's because I use my pen. So I need to lift this down a little because I noticed that it went a bit up. So these are the things that you need to understand. There are a lot of basics about pattern drafting, but for this one, just showing you how to draw the shoe the pattern on the shoe lace while you tape them. So other people have their own method of how this is done, but I feel that this method is very easy to understand. So make sure that the size that you need to sketch out are all well sketched out. It's very important. That's why I'm retracing them so that everything. I'm also creating stitching lines, and that's what I do from my patterns. I create stitching line, making sure that the stitching lines show very well. After sketching, you can make sure that you use a pencil to retrace them so that they can show very well. Though I'm still going to use my pen, that is after I know that I've gotten all the necessary sketching that I know rightly, so then I can later on use my pen so that the pencil does not fade away. So what we're seeing here, you can see that it's really making sense if you know the type of shoe and I'm making. These are things that you need to pay attention to when drafting your patterns. So for those of you that would love to have a one-on-one training with me, you can reach me out by the description, by the link in my description rather. It's very important that you reach out to me, then we can have our own private conversation. And the measurement that's separating the laces is me trying to draw out the lace. I use 0.5 to separate the distance of the lace, depending on what you want, but there's some standard things that you need to know. So also making sure that the stitching lines are also there, and I'm going to make sure that every part of the shoe show clearly. It's very important that it shows clearly. So the stitching lines is what I'm also putting there or sketching there. It's very important that you understand that. Okay, so where I put the reason why I put the stitching lines, because some people, when they're stitching, their hands are not straight. So when you have the stitching lines, you just follow the stitching lines. So that's what works for some people. Okay, so the measurement needs to be accurate. That's why I'm checking them once. I'm talking about the lace holes. That's the reason why I'm checking them over and over again. So I think we are almost getting to the final destination of our pattern drawing. So look at that. So I think this is becoming beautiful. Making sure I want to make sure that the lace holes are accurate and the distance between them are exact. It's very important that we pay attention to details. So this is it. So then we're going to be putting our broke holes, because the shoe itself will be broke. So we're going to be putting our broke holes, making sure that the holes are correct and in the right positions. It's very important that we put them in right positions. So those broke holes will take a little bit of the time when you are either punching and when you're sketching. It'll take a little bit of the time, but definitely you're gonna get it. When you just put those broke holes, you understand that you might need to understand that you need to follow the same line as you're putting those broke holes. It's very important that it follows the same line. Okay, so this is what we have here, guys. See, you can see this. So it was so beautiful and lovely. So that is how I sketch my patterns on my last, and this is just me trying to put all the necessary dots that I need to put there. And this pattern has different parts. Different parts can be split into 2 to 3 to 4 parts, but at the same time it came out excellently well. So I'm trying to make sure that the broke holes get to the necessary place that I need to get them to. It's very important that the broke holes are close to the edges of where you want to punch. And when you're punching, you need to be very, very careful. These are some of the key points that I always take note of when I'm punching. I love to pay maximal attention, because you don't want to miss any hole. I don't want to punch in a way whereby the leather will look torn. So it's very important that you pay attention when broken. I know there's a machine that breaks itself. You just put listen on the machine and it breaks itself. So you can also get those machines. So this is just handmade, purely handmade shoes, and you can see how the pattern drafting is very lovely. So once I'm done with this, then I can go ahead with maybe using pen, and but it depends on the. All right, guys, if you have watched this far and you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly please do make sure that you subscribe. Click on the like button, the notification button, so that you can always receive my videos whenever it comes up. And I'm sure you have a whole lot to learn, because I have a lot of videos to post, and so that you can learn a lot from it. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. Your feedbacks are always very important to me in order to improve my channel and also improving what I do. So thank you for watching this. As you can see, this is very lovely, very, very lovely. All the parts that I need to also measure, I'm going to measure them. Just the distance for the tongue, also create the measurement for the tongue. The distance there is around 0.52. So we're going to making those taking those measurements. These are just for the lace holes. This is for the lace, because the shoe itself will have a tongue. So you're gonna understand it better when I start splitting it out and you understand. But for this video, this is just me showing you how I draw my patterns on my shoe last. I hope you've enjoyed something, and I hope you have learned from this video. So I'll make sure that I post the other part of the video so that you can watch how it is being made, and also how it is being splitted out. All right, thank you guys for watching, and this is the outcome of the pattern that is drawn on the last. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. For me, this looks lovely, this looks cool, this looks beautiful, and I hope you can try it also. Maybe wherever you are, you can try this and practice make perfect. You keep getting better. Thank you so much. I'm just going to just try to bring out the other part I need to bring out, which is just the tongue, and I'm going to attach it there, which is very simple. All right, I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you, and God bless you.